Alright, so yesterday I watched the Xbox podcast, and on my last video I said if you're ever going to see news of Ori that's probably going to be on the PlayStation, I said you're only going to hear it from me and me alone. With all that being said, I'll be watching the Xbox podcast. I'm not going to live stream it because I'd rather just watch it for myself. That's going to be it. I'll be seeing you guys maybe later or tomorrow. I can't guarantee. But if I make another video saying that Ori is probably going to be on the PlayStation, you will hear it from me and me alone. For the sake of this video, I took some notes while I was watching the podcast like I'm freaking Sherlock Holmes or a detective, to be honest. I've written down the keywords which I'm going to be saying out loud for this video. Phil Spencer said that there's going to be 4 games that are Xbox exclusive that are going multi-platform. 2 of them are smaller games, which my assumption is going to be 2 of them are indie games. The games are over a year old, and apparently Hi-Fi Rush, Pentiment, Grounded, and Sea of Thieves are coming multi-platform according to Tom Warren that also works for Xbox. Now, when I heard the news from Phil Spencer himself that it's going to be 4 games, I mean, let's just be honest, 4 games is more than 1. And unfortunately, Starfield and Indiana Jones are not going multi-platform, being confirmed by Phil Spencer himself, even though there was rumors being said in the tweets on Twitter. When the Xbox podcast was uploaded to the official Xbox YouTube channel, the official Xbox Twitter made a whole Twitter thread. Even Phil Spencer retweeted this on his official Twitter account, with Xbox saying, Xbox is keeping our promise to bring more games to more players around the world. With an incredible year of major releases like Senua's Saga, Hellblade 2, Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, Avowed, Aura, History Untold, Towerborn, and more, 2024 is going to be a great year for Xbox players around the world, and we can't wait to see you in June for the hashtag Xbox Showcase. Today we're also continuing our commitment to expanding the communities we reach. We are in the process of bringing 4 Xbox games to other platforms. These games, which have been available to Xbox players for at least a year, including hidden gems that deserve to be experienced more widely, and live service games to communities will benefit from welcoming even more players. We'll share more details on these titles soon. As we begin to fulfill our promise to offer Activision Blizzard games with Game Pass, we're happy to share Diablo 4 will be available with Game Pass on console and PC on March 28th. Game Pass will continue to only be available on Xbox platforms and will have all first-party games playable on day 1. Xbox hardware will also continue to be a flagship experience for players and for game developers to launch games on, with a robust and innovative multi-year hardware roadmap, including more console and controller options for you this holiday. Xbox will continue to be a platform where you will play the biggest games. A platform that is dedicated to you will feature like backwards compatibility, cross-save, cross-play, and robust cloud features. This all means that the biggest games in the world will be available on Xbox. Will continue Game Pass day 1 releases, a multi-year hardware roadmap, and a commitment to a year-first platform. We're here to help game creators reach their largest audience possible. The biggest games are larger than any one platform. Check out our full blog and podcast here for all the details, and here's the link. Now, with this rumor being widespread, saying that Microsoft has announced their plans to release Xbox exclusive titles on PS5 and Nintendo Switch, the games set to launch are Hi-Fi Rush, Pentiment, Sea of Thieves, and Grounded, which I got replied by when I made this tweet saying that I still have hope for Ori being on the PlayStation. Thankfully, community notes backed this up with some evidence being sent from the Xbox podcast of their statement saying, while the first part of the post is correct, the list of games have not yet been officially confirmed. Quoting Phil Spencer, quote, I'm not going to name those games. I won't be talking about the title specifically on the podcast at 1 minute and 43 seconds. So with this business idea that Xbox is planning to, there's a lot of people that have mixed reactions, specifically in the Xbox community and in general gamers as well. And they're puzzled on how they feel about this quote unquote business idea that Xbox is doing, being said from the CEO, president, and producer of Xbox and Microsoft. To simplify this as best as I can with the journey that I've been making for the past almost 2 years, I should say, we still haven't gotten news of whether or not Ori is going to be on the PlayStation. If there is a rumor that Hi-Fi Rush is going to be on the PlayStation, I really don't know how to feel about the other games or titles from Xbox that are also exclusives. But what I will say is that I'm still hopeful for Ori being on the PlayStation. What they said, if I remember correctly, was like a little test on how they feel about making these Xbox exclusives go multi-platform depending on which console is going to be ported, so the players of that said system can play. But like I said, I'm still hopeful that Ori is going to be on the PlayStation. If Hi-Fi Rush is going on to the PS5, I think that'll also be pretty cool. But like I said, we still haven't gotten news if Ori's going to be on the PlayStation, and I'm still hopeful for that. With all that being said, that's going to to be it for today's video. We still haven't gotten news if Ori is going to be ported to the PlayStation, whether it's PS4 and PS5 or just a PS5 exclusive. So we're going to have to wait for this Xbox business update to be further simplified with more detail being said from Phil Spencer, Sarah Bond, and Matt Booty. I still don't know why that's your last name. That's going to be it. I'm so hopeful for Ori to be on the PlayStation. This is Wolf Gray, and I'll see you all later. See ya.